going to show you here how to take out a cracked screen on a computer and how to buy a replacement screen. I'm not going to show you installing the screen because I don't have it in stock at the time of this video, but we'll show you the first half. Now what I'm doing is pulling out the little rubber pieces on the screen. That's where the screws are hidden behind. That's how you get the screen out. Pull out those rubber pieces. Some of the rubber pieces may not have screws behind them, but it's best to check anyway. And this Acer has, I believe, 4 screws holding it in. So once we get those rubber pieces off, there might be a couple stingy ones here, and I just use a little tiny flathead screwdriver to pull off some of those pieces that don't really want to come off, or some of them lay flush and you can't actually get a grip on it. This one actually has more than 4. It might have 6 screws holding it in. So you get all those covers off. Then we're going to hit it with a Phillips screwdriver. And you'll see there, I pulled off all the covers, exposing those screws. And that's how we're going to get the screen out. It's a good idea, if you can help it, to not angle your screwdriver towards the screen. In case it slips, your screwdriver might scratch the screen. Once all the screws are out, try to find a spot where the screen bezel is going to come off easily. It might be the side, it might be a corner. And there we go, we got some action there. See if you can take your fingernail or a plastic piece and kind of bring it along the edge and pop the whole rest of the screen off. Be careful, sometimes the screen is actually stuck, or the bezel stuck to the screen with some kind of glue or tape. That came off fairly easily though. Let's put our little tiny screwdriver back. Just take a look here and see the best way to attack getting this screen out. Just going to unattach the inverter cable there, so there's no power going to the screen. And the way to get a screen out, the screen is usually attached just with screws in on the side. They're screwed into the side rail. Sometimes you can't get to these screws unless you loosen the hinges up a little bit, but this computer looks like we'll be able to get to the things pretty easily. So just unattach the little tiny screws from the side rail. Be nice to have a magnetic screwdriver here. Little tiny screws. If they fall on the desk, they could bounce away fairly easily. Normally there's 4 screws holding these screens in on each side, but this one only apparently has 2 on each side, which is not the greatest design because it adds too much flexibility to the screen and it could break it. And then the screen just pops right out. Now the LCD cable is still attached. We already unattached the inverter cable, so that pink and white one on towards the top of the screen, which powers the bulb, we already unattached that. So if it looks like it's not going to come out that easy, we could just get the inverter out, which is what I'm unscrewing now, the screws that hold the inverter in. And flop the screen down, lay it flat. If there's tape holding that LCD cable in, pull up the tape. Be very gentle. You're not supposed to put a lot of pressure on these circuit boards on the screen. Okay, expose the LED cable and the connector. Okay, got the tape off there. Just going to put it right there on the screen for now. I'm going to get this tape off too, just so we have some give here on the LCD cable. We don't want to damage the LCD cable. The screen we kind of care less about right now, actually. LCD cable has like 30 or 40 little tiny wires in it. We don't want to mess up. And that pops right out. The LCD cable either pops right out, or sometimes it is. There's two little locks that you got to squeeze on the side to get it out, which I'll show you in a prior video. And we're just going to keep that LCD cable kind of out of the way for now. We're going to close this up, wait for the new screen to come in. I'm going to show you how to order a replacement screen on eBay. You see it's cracked, so let's get a new screen in there. Flip it over and look at the model number on the back of the screen. The model number is right here. It's that LP141WX1 parentheses TL parentheses A2. Right there. Now, we hop on eBay and we type in that exact model number. LP141WX1. I type in the TL and I type in the A2. You want to get the exact screen if possible. And there are screens with that TL and A2. There's 25 screens for that. So let's look at what we got here. See if we can find a good deal. The screens look like they start at 80. Or start at 50. That's not bad. But we're going to sort them by price. See if we can find the best deal. Okay. Got a couple screens here. I'd like to buy new, so look at that new screen. That's Laptop Z Outlet. That is a company I had terrible experience with. I'm going to throw them out right now. We are not buying from them. Even though they have good prices and good feedback, they actually blackmail you into giving you positive feedback. If you give them negative feedback, they won't refund your money. Now this buyer, this is DVD Super 999. A great buyer. I've bought many screens off him. Never had a problem. He ships from Austin, Texas. $79. $10 shipping, great price, buy it now. So you do the buy it now through PayPal. You generally have to wait about 3 to 5 days for the screen to come in. And then you install it, same way we took it out. Again, I can't say enough good things about DVD Super 999. Great seller. I've been buying screens off him for years. Try to avoid Laptop Z and Screen 8 if possible. But that is how you buy a screen on eBay and replace a screen.